Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today here in Europe. I'm Caroline Hepker with Tom McKenzie, and we're joined by Bloomberg's equities reporter Joe Easton. Good morning. Really big day for renewable energy stocks. What's driving the surge today?
Yes, this is really interesting. So news out last night that the US House Republicans proposing to eliminate a tax credit for electric vehicles and also phase out incentives to develop clean energy projects. So we're talking wind and also solar as well. However, it wasn't as bad as some people have feared. So some people did expect that to be actually phased out within the next 2 years. But in fact, companies are going to have it until 2031 to continue getting these credits. So it seemed better than expected in terms of where the market was. And we're seeing massive moves in the market in terms of the renewable stocks. Vestas, the best performing stock in Europe today, it's up 12% at the moment. Ørsted rising around 5%. EDP over in Portugal, another big one, up around 5%. There's probably around a dozen stocks on my screen at the moment jumping because of this news. Kind of another case where Trump has probably gone a bit hard in the terms of the negotiations, and then actually it hasn't been as extreme as expected by the market.
Well, talking of the pharma industry, Bayer up double digits right now. That German chemicals maker, but also the litigation story continues for them, doesn't it?
Yeah, so Bayer looking really strong as well, so kind of catching us by surprise in terms of that move. We're up 10% at the moment, so I think if I manage to pull that up on my screen in terms of the size and scope live, we can see that that is the biggest gain since August. So we're talking a good, coming up to around 10 months for that one. So Bayer surging, the earnings beating expectations on robust demand for new cancer and kidney medicines. Now, as you mentioned, the company has really been hit by the litigation issues over the past year or so, or past few years, in fact, more related to chemicals, but it looks like the pharma business is really strong at the moment, and that is the driver for the company. So that was one of the best performers, pretty much only beaten by Renewable, but Bayer really having a good day, up around 10% at the moment.
Interesting. Then, not such good news for the insurer Munich Re. Of course, they've got big insurance claims in the US.
Yeah, so this was something that was kind of flagged by the companies heading into results, and it's related to the LA wildfires. So Munich Re today saying they're going to take a €1.1 billion hit from the fires over in the US, and Munich Re being one of the biggest reinsurers trading on the Lloyd's of London market, doing all the deals down there, and they did have big exposure according to their statement today, and that is actually more than analysts were expecting. So Munich Re falling around 5% at the moment. It does all seem to be due to that hit from the fires over in Los Angeles. We're expected to cause in total around $65 billion worth of economic losses and up to $40 billion in terms of insured losses. Munich Re just taking a smidgen of that, but therefore seeing the stock declining today.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.